I'm going to just talk about systems here because I was talking to somebody recently and they were just saying, why can't, somebody come along and just start using Modere products? And the reason that they can't do it is because we're part of a system, we're a regulated legal system that can only work under the regulations of Modere. And that is that we have to adhere to strict guidelines when we're taking care of people or advising people or what we say. We can't just say anything we like. And we have advanced science. This is advanced science. And I remember once being at a lecture with a scientist, and like that, somebody asked the question, and he said the reason that GPs and different doctors, that why they can't do what we're doing is because they've never upskilled. They've just learned something in university and they've been doing that for on and off, decade in and decade out. And of course, that's a non-sustainable system. We have to start looking after people and telling people how to be healthy. So it often reminds me of when I was in school. I suppose I came from challenging times, and when I was in national school, I missed out on 4 years education, a very important part of my national school education. And then I was sent away to boarding school. It was an all-girl, Irish-speaking, teaching school. Now you can imagine, I could hardly count, never mind, or read, never mind, do all my subjects in Irish in first year. But, and I struggled through first year, struggled. And the thing about it is I had 5 cousins in the school, and I also had a sister of my father's there. She was a nun. So the pressure was really, really, the expectations, I should say, were really, really high. And of course, the school had never had, a boarder never failed an exam, junior cert or leaving cert. So here I am in first year, finishing first year, and I still haven't started my education. But in second year, I got the opportunity to do my subjects through English. Needless to say, I took that opportunity. But what happened to me was, in my own mind, looking back, I said to myself, okay, I might be at a disadvantage, but at least if I start now and just learn what they're teaching me, that's all they can ask me in an exam. So I stuck my head down anyway, and I started to learn. And for the next 2 years, I started to enjoy learning, actually. And because I suppose I had a good attitude towards it. I thought nobody else is going to do it, only myself. And I did. And I got through my junior cert fine. And the funny thing about it is when I came to 5th year, I got a prize for being the first in the class, first prize for my exams, end of term exams. And I suppose that again just gave me a little bit of confidence that you can come from not knowing things. And again, it's all about systems. I was in a different system, so I was learning a different system. And then I did my leaving cert, and that was fine. And then I went into nursing. That was a new system. I went into a new system. I started learning words that I didn't hardly know how to pronounce, but I thought all I have to do is learn them, do the exam, and I'm getting on fine. And I did that for 3 years. And then I went into my maternity nursing, and I knew this is another system, and I started to learn all about that system. And then I went off and I worked in Australia, and I worked in London in private clinics in London, and I worked in Ireland, Quebec, and worked in Ireland. And after a while then I realised I wanted to get away from treating sick people. I wanted to empower people. And I studied reflexology, another system. So I'm upskilling myself the whole time. And so then I did reflexology, and then I did kinesiology, and then I did Reiki, and then I did microbiotic cooking, and then I did dream analysis. It sounds as if it's quite a lot, and it was a lot, but it was one stage at a time, because what I was looking for is I was looking for a system that worked. And while I did different therapies and learned, I know I was upskilling myself, I was learning, and eventually I came to environmental medicine and nutritional medicine through Modere. And then I had to put my head down again, and I had to start learning all over again, which was a completely different system, is how to look after my own health, being healthy, and how to advise other people about their health, their good health, and keep them healthy. So the thing is, I suppose what I learned was I was never afraid to start again, to start learning, because every time I learned, I said, I'm learning something better and something better and something better. And I suppose the systems, the health system that's there at the moment, people are trying, it's a bit like water and oil. People are trying to mix oil with water. We cannot mix a healthy education, science support with a sickness system. And as I said, this scientist anyway, that I was, the lecture that I was at, what he said was, he said, doctors have the opportunity to upskill, but they just never do it. They just keep doing the same old, same old, same old. And we now have come to a stage where we have to move from sickness to wellness. So in order to do that, we can only do it through advanced science. And it's up to ordinary, everyday people to upskill and to learn and to teach other people how to do it. So again, when people ask, why doesn't the doctor do this and it seems all so simple, and why is the whole thing falling down around us? It is because it is unsustainable. It's an old system. We must move in with advanced science. That is the science of the future. Nutrients and non-toxins and clean environment. So just clearing that up with people, nothing will fix something that's broken, and we're coming into something and we are bringing in the solutions. So I just wanted to clarify that for people, because people sort of say, why can anybody do this? Not anybody, not everybody can do it. You have to know what you're talking about, you have to adhere to regulations, you have to be registered, and you have to be a health conscious person.